Assalamu alaikum. Hello, it's me again. I'm back, and today I'm going to do the Muslim identity tag video. It has been a really hot day today in London, and I've just come home from work and I'm just literally put my feet up on the sofa and thought, I know, I'll have a little chat to the camera. So there's nothing glamorous about this video, and I do apologise. All the tips under the sun that say don't film with a bad background and don't, you know, all this stuff has gone out of the window because I'm hot and bothered, but I really want to do this. So I'm just going to get straight onto it. I've got the questions here in front of me. I haven't particularly prepared, so I'm just going to answer them and we'll see what's what. So the first question is, what is your favourite hijab? Well, I'm not going to do very well with this tag because I really don't know the answer to that. I have absolutely billions of hijabs, and I've gone through so many different phases since wearing hijab, from maxis to really colourful and patterned to plain and simple and pashmina, and I sort of like never ever, like I change from one minute to the next, so I really don't feel like I can pick an absolute favourite. But I am quite liking the kind of just plain pashminas at the moment because they're light and a little bit cooler in the hot weather. So I would say at the moment that that's probably my kind of favourite theme style. Yeah, that was a rubbish answer, sorry. Right, what part of the Quran speaks directly to your heart? I found this question really difficult because, like, how on earth are you supposed to choose just one bit? It's kind of impossible. But I suppose for me, the things that you read during Salah, for me, are the things that kind of like get reinforced, and you know, I'm saying them 5 times a day, every day, so it kind of, they sink in a little bit more. But Surah Ikhlas, and the specifically referring to the oneness of Allah, I had, you know, and there's a video made by Numan Ali Khan. I hope that's how you say his name. Oh gosh. But if I can find it, I will link it below because it really just pulls apart that one word, and it's so inspirational. Like the importance of focusing on the oneness of Allah, and how we can so easily, without even realising it, put other things before God. And even by, let's say for example, worshipping your husband, like to the point where you neglect your worship of your Lord, kind of like counteracts that oneness of Allah. Like, don't worship anything other than Allah. So I think that surah and that video, like, that goes with it, that sort of helps explain it, is really good. And that really kind of like makes me, it's, to me, that is like the main thing about Islam, is the oneness. Who is your favourite lecturer / scholar? Well, I've sort of just hinted at that already. Numan Ali Khan is, mashallah, I think he's a really good speaker. I really like listening to his videos. I also really like listening to Omar Suleiman. Basically the whole crew from Quran Weekly, I think, are really good and really just put a twist on things that make you go, wow, I get it now, I really understand that. That makes so much sense to me. Mufti Ismail Menk. Gosh, obviously I'm English and I can't say these names to save my life, so I'm really sorry. Ooh, I don't want to cause any offence to anyone. But those people, like the kind of current people really that are, you know, just really help you get the core messages. Where do you find inspiration when things seem difficult or hard? Okay, this is relatively easy for me. There are a couple of sisters, mashallah, that have been really good strong people that I to have in my life. And if I'm ever, you know, feeling that I'm struggling with something that I don't maybe want to talk about really openly with anybody, then there's a couple of trusted sisters that I have that I just feel that I can be really open with, and that they will not judge me and give me really honest advice. But there are also kind of, to be honest, I just take myself back to the religion. I take myself back to the Quran. I'll watch videos, I'll try and find the meaning and the answers that I really feel that I need. But people, you know, just people that I care about and people that I know care about me and will be honest with me. That's what I always appreciate in times of difficulty, is people being honest with me and saying things how they are. So I'm quite lucky that I've got people around me that generally tend to do that. If you could change something about your mosque to make it better, what would it be? Okay, now I live in London. I spend a lot of time going to Regent's Park Central Mosque, which is really lovely. It's a really nice environment. It's a beautiful building. It has quite a lot going on. More locally, in my specific area, there is not as much going on in our local mosque, but I think that the main thing that is lacking is, well, activities and things for new Muslims, like particularly Arabic, learning Arabic, Arabic classes for beginners that fit around people who work, because that is my big bugbear. It's all very well having these classes that run in the middle of the day, but some people work and can't do that, and so it's trying to fit around that kind of timetable. But also something that I really think is lacking in a lot of mosques is activities and things that are available to sisters that are child friendly, or where childcare is provided, because I think that so many sisters want to get out and learn more and do more, and they're restricted because children can't go, and they're stay-at-home moms, or, you know, partners are working, whatever the situation is, they've got kids and they need to do something with them. So I always really feel for sisters that get restricted and kind of held back from integrating in the mosque because they can't or take their children, or it's kind of frowned upon if your child makes the slightest bit of noise. What does your prayer rug look like? I'm going to do a little swivel, and because I've laid it out especially on the carpet there. There we go. Excuse the shoes. That is my prayer rug there, and I absolutely love it because my husband got it for me when we got married. So it's kind of like a little bit sentimental. So every time I pray, I'm like, oh. How did you tie your hijab today? Oh my gosh, right, like that, like that, like that. Voila. I really don't do anything special with my hijab at all. In fact, I'm terrible at it. I generally wish that I had more style where hijab is concerned, but that is another topic anyway. What are the Islamic websites that you visit most frequently? I don't have any major Islamic websites that I follow, but I really like, now this is another one that I can't say. I think it's called Suhaib Web. Oh gosh, I'm so ashamed of myself, but I'll put the link below. It's a virtual mosque, and it has so many really good articles, and it's updated really frequently, so that is a brilliant place to look for really good quality articles. Actually, there's an Islamic inspirational blogspot thingamy that I also follow. I'll link it because I'm just doing a terrible job at this, but it has really inspirational quotes and little texts, and I follow that quite regularly because I just find that they really touch me. But most of the time I look on YouTube, or there's certain groups that I'm in on Facebook, and I kind of just follow the material that people post in that, really. But I think you've got to be very careful with the internet, you know, you've got to be careful about what you're reading, so that's my warning. All right. Have you ever been discriminated against because you are Muslim? Well, alhamdulillah, in this department I feel like I have been incredibly lucky, and generally I have not really had any negativity. However, there is one place where I feel that I am getting really freaking frustrated, and that is at work. There are two people in particular who sit in my area who just keep making comments, and it's not that they're discriminating against me, and it's not that they're being really awful or really racist or anything like that, but there's just comments that keep getting made about Muslim people, or about hijab, or about niqab, or about Ramadan and fasting, you know, just little things. Would you make comments like that to somebody of a different race, or someone of a different sexuality? Or do you get my drift? Like, I kind of think that people seem to think it's okay to say stuff to Muslims, like, yeah, whatever, just what, I'm supposed to suck it up. It's been nothing bad, but just a little bit like, who are you to say this? But generally, alhamdulillah, I think because of where I live, you know, I'm in London and it's very diverse and people are used to seeing Muslims around, and generally it's been okay. What is the best advice anyone has given you? I really have had so much advice and so many different things said to me over the last couple of years that I would not know where to start with that. I suppose the thing that's just fresh in my mind at the moment is that if you are wanting to do something for the sake of Allah and you're struggling with it, or you're worried about it, or you are nervous about it, if you make the first step, Allah does the rest. And I know that someone said that to me once, you know, if you take that first step, if you take I think there might be a hadith or something that's about if you take one step towards Allah, He'll take a million steps towards you. And it's so true. I remember so strongly when I wanted to start wearing hijab, you know, I was so anxious, or I was anxious about telling people, I was anxious about, oh my gosh. And I just thought, somebody had said to me, if you just do it, if you just make that step and you're doing it with the intention to please Allah, it will be made easy for you. And alhamdulillah, it was easier than I ever thought it was going to be. So although there's probably a million things that people have said to me, and I'll be kicking myself later thinking, why didn't you think of that? That's the thing that's in my head, so that's what I'm going to roll with. So that's the end of the questions. That was quick. Well, I say it's quick, but actually I've talked a lot. So yeah, that's my Muslim identity tag. I would absolutely love to hear yours, so please, like, make a video response, comment below, please comment below, and share the video and subscribe to me. And I really want to get to know you. You know, when you get new subscribers and you've got people on your channel and you know that they're watching your videos, and you're just a mysterious being out there, and I'd really love to interact with you more and get to know you. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, or any comments that you want to make, please do, and I will definitely reply to you. Okay, until next time.